All right, module 4, deconstructing from your patriarchal partnerships. The goal of this module is to reflect. We're doing a lot of reflecting, aren't we, in this? Okay. Reflecting on the expectations that you are placing on your white male partners and how they reinforce patriarchal norms. Okay. We are bringing attention in this module into the household dynamic, specifically your role as a partner to a white man in particular, because white men have the power, right? But if your partner is a person of color, how are you upholding these patriarchal standards inside of your partnerships? Because many white women unknowingly keep these patriarchal ideas and capitalist systems in their marriage and their partnerships. Okay. How? Do you expect your partner to provide financially at the cost of their emotional well being? It's like, well, you got to work. So I don't really know what it is you want to do. Or we have bills to pay. So I need you to pick up more hours, when he would much rather come home and build some Legos or something. Okay. Do you unconsciously affirm that their value lies in power, success, or provision, even while resisting patriarchy publicly? What does that mean? Are you wearing that little pink hat with the little cat ears talking about my body, my choice? But you are telling a man in your home environment that he has to seek power at all costs. He needs to get that promotion. He's the only one qualified to do the job. He's the one that needs to climb the corporate ladder so that he can take care of you. You don't actually realize that when you tell him, like, you need to have power at all costs in your job, you are inadvertently also putting him into a position of power to take your rights with your little pink-eared hat cat thing. Okay. You don't realize that that's what you're doing. Okay. This contradiction is not benign. It teaches your spouse, who's often a white man, that their feelings, first of all, don't matter. Power at all costs, that their power equals love from you, and that they have to suppress their softness and selfhood in order to fulfill your expectations. And you may not directly say chase power, but you only reward him when he provides. If you dismiss his emotional needs, if you expect him to carry everything while you reject his privilege publicly, you are reinforcing the very systems that you say you want to dismantle. Right? Take a second. Think on that for a minute. Okay. If you are only giving him something when he provides for you, let's say sex, right? If you're only giving him something and then when he does something for you, oh, well, I'll go on a shopping trip or something like this. Like, he was able to provide money that I needed to go on the shopping trip. So I'll put out, or things like that. When you're only rewarding him and you're trying to train him that he only gets his needs met when he does something for you, you're dismissing his emotional needs. You're telling him, because remember, what does patriarchy tell us? What does patriarchy specifically tell men? Patriarchy specifically tells men that their role is to provide at all costs, that their happiness does not matter if it interferes with their providership. Okay. So when you are telling them, listen, you need to get that promotion, you need to be leading, you need to be doing this because we need it for the house, this, that, and the third, or I'm not going to put out, or you tell them that power is important. And anytime they want to have something soft for themselves, like a golf day or doing Legos or having like a side, hobby it is that they want, when you don't encourage them to have those side hobbies, when you don't encourage them to explore their happiness outside of work, we're literally upholding the system that you say you're trying to dismantle, because then that breeds men that don't believe their emotions matter. That breeds men who all they know is seeking power because that's all they've been told by their white mothers and by their white spouses. Okay? You stop telling them that their emotions mattered as a child, but then the ones that you did let have their emotions, you didn't teach them no boundaries, so then they rolled all over everybody to get power. Okay? You either raised them to have too many of their emotions in a way that didn't create boundaries or accountability or responsibility, and then they rolled over everybody to get power, or you partnered with them and told them that their emotions didn't matter at all. The only thing that mattered was them having power so that they could provide for you, so that you could live a soft, cushy life because white men are always suppressing them. And so then you breeded the exact kind of man that you were trying to get rid of. You are upholding the type of man who is trying to take your rights from you, but it was actually you that created him. And that feels so hot, right? Partnership is political, okay? And how you show up behind closed doors will always outweigh what you shout in the streets. If you are telling a man behind closed door that his emotions don't matter and providing for you is the only thing that matters, he has to keep a roof over your head at all costs, and then you're shouting in the streets that the men are coming to take your rights, you have to recognize that you were part of that problem that built that. How are you upholding patriarchy in your marriage? How are you holding up capitalist and patriarchal ideas and lessons in your household? Where are you not allowing your husband or your partner, your spouse to be the person that they desire to be because you are holding them to a standard of providership? If you cannot sit back and reflect on that and be better and be an overall better partner to your spouse by holding space for their emotions, by telling them that power isn't everything, by letting them know that you are a safe space to operate and be with them, you can never expect the men that hold all the power in our society to ever give it up because they don't feel safe with you in the partnership to be who they really want to be. You are not operating a safe household for them to function in. Okay? You are operating a contradictory household and they don't know which way to go. And so they go the way that they've always been told, which is their emotions don't matter and power is most important. It is your responsibility to say, no, it's okay for you to have your emotions here. No, you don't have to chase success at all costs. No, we will be okay if you don't want this job anymore. No, it's okay if you don't want to be this person your parents said you have to be. You have to be that safe space for them in your partnerships. If we want to dismantle patriarchy, we can't snatch it from the men violently. We have to open up safety for them to feel inside of relationships with us. They have to feel safe handing that power to us. If we provided safety for men no matter what, they would give us the power. We wouldn't have to take anything from them. But men hoard all the power because they don't feel safe coming to women for it. And one of the biggest dynamics that you see this in is in the white woman and white man marriage. The white men aren't feeling as safe as they need to. And let's just pause for a second. I don't condone violence against women. I understand that there's men hurt women, women hurt men, okay? I don't condone any of that. Blah blah blah. You understand what I'm trying to say. If your husband does not feel safe coming to you to express his emotions and to tell you, I don't want to do this, I don't feel safe doing this, I want to try a different job, I want to try a different career, I want to take some more time to relax, can you help me? If he doesn't feel safe doing that, he's going to continue to hoard power. And then you are going to try to dismantle systems that he is out there creating, not realizing that it could have been something as simple as asking your husband how he's really doing when he comes home from work, asking your spouse how he really feels about this promotion instead of feeling like he has to take it just to make more money. Okay? Don't always expect your partner to provide at the cost of their emotional well being. Don't always expect your spouse to do what it is that they need to do because they're the man and that's what they're supposed to do. Okay? That's how you're operating in patriarchy. Ask them what it is that they really want. Ask yourself what it is that you really want. You might want to be the breadwinner and he might want to be the stay at home dad. Yo, let that be. Let that be. Do it. Why not? Okay? Let your dynamic be what you want it to be, but open up space for safety. Let your relationship be the weapon that you were actually trying to wield this whole time. You just didn't realize this. What you needed was your partnership to be able to do it. Okay? All right. The next module and the last one is how to use your social power with intention. And I will see you over there.